Good morning from a very wet and rainy Alton Towers Resort, where I'm here today to check out all of the latest updates to do, of course, with Nemesis. And today's construction update is quite a big one because a lot of the track that we've been seeing lying on these car parks for quite a few weeks here at the resort have actually been installed over on the Nemesis site. So it's quite a big video today. I'm going to start off here in the Alton Towers car parks, checking out the latest track arrivals, and then head around the exterior of Forbidden Valley, check out the newest installations of the Nemesis track, and then of course head into Forbidden Valley to wrap up this video and get all of the other updates that have been going on in the area. But with that said, join me here from Alton Towers for all the latest Nemesis updates. Well, it's not the best weather to do a Nemesis construction update here from Alton Towers, but there's just so much to capture, I thought I'd come here today and get all of the latest Nemesis updates. And you can just see here some of the track that's been laid out. This has been here for quite a few weeks now. However, over there in the distance, you can see some of the flatbed lorries that have actually been emptied, and the track has been installed over in Forbidden Valley, which we'll see a little bit later on in the video. But yeah, you can see all the track laid out just here, and yeah, a little bit of carpet on the top there. We've got the red vein design on the side with the black track. It looks so nice, and you can see up close the running rails where of course the wheels will run along the track just there, and yeah, it does look really nice. And yeah, in the next few weeks I expect this to be craned over and lifted up into Forbidden Valley, and much more track to be arriving in the next few weeks. Of course, it's really hard to capture when the track is being lifted over in Forbidden Valley because they do it really early in the morning or really late in the evening. However, I've got some pictures here from Theme Park Guide, and yeah, they managed to capture it sort of being placed into the Forbidden Valley, and you can see here them flying over the air. The early bird catches the Nemesis track flying in the air, as they said. But yeah, here's some more of the track there on the flatbeds, and yeah, as I said, in the next few weeks they'll probably be transported in Forbidden Valley. But that's not all of the track here in the car park, because over on the car park nearest sort of to the Alton Towers entrance, there's actually been some more track arrivals, so we'll go and check out that track now. Up here then on the upper car park, and there's 3 different flatbeds full of Nemesis track and supports, and I believe they put these up here on the upper car park because it's going to be easier for the crane there to lift them into place, and yeah, it just makes for easier access. And you can see there some of the track, and yeah, that red vein design just looks awesome. It's going to look so good when all the track is all together and be able to get back on Nemesis in 2024. But not going to keep you too long here because there's plenty more of exciting updates in Forbidden Valley where more track has been installed. For all you crane fans then, here's the 2 cranes that have been lifting all the track pieces into the Nemesis site, and just round this corner we can actually see that more track has been installed. And yeah, just here as well you can see some supports and track for Nemesis just laying there. There we go. That looks like that will be the next piece then to be installed on the site, but we'll head around this corner now and get a look at the first drop of the ride. Now, I thought that they'd actually installed some of the first drop section just here from online, but they haven't. I assume maybe that will be the last piece of track to be installed, because it looks like they're working their way from the back and they'll end with the first drop of the ride. But yeah, not the first drop has been installed yet. I reckon that'll be sort of the last parts of the project. But yeah, plenty of track, as you've seen just there, laying and ready to be installed. Of course, they're all done out of opening times here at Alton Towers, so it's really hard to capture. But now I think we'll head into Forbidden Valley and get all the latest and closest updates from Nemesis. Right then, inside the park, and we're going to head up the Nemesis observation platform to capture an aerial look at all the latest updates from inside the Nemesis site. So I've just been up the Nemesis observation platform, and I didn't film this up there because it's so loud and noisy, so I'll come down here and show you some of the footage that I got from up there. And there's plenty of work taking place. The last turnaround section has all been installed, along with this little bit here, as you can see there. That's also been installed. So much track insulation. I reckon about 30% of the ride has been installed. And of course, over the next few weeks that's only going to increase. We saw earlier on all the track laid out on the car park, but yeah, you pretty much just want to see the footage and you'll be able to get an idea on how much has been completed. It looks really, really nice. I mean, as more track is installed, the colour scheme just grows on me even more. It's a brilliant colour to have on Nemesis, and there's been a lot of controversy about the new colour scheme. I really like it, and as you can see from the footage, I think it goes really well with the centre, the core of Nemesis, which is that monster that is the station. And I think there's going to be even even more work taking place at the station, as we'll see a little bit later on. But so far, I really like the new track. It is really good for Nemesis. And yeah, as you can see, they're not messing around with this project. Track straight in there. And yeah, you can actually see quite a lot from the Nemesis observation platform. And yeah, it's really good that they've got that open for guests to go up and see more of the Nemesis track being installed. But with that said, we're going to head over into the Nemesis site now and take a closer look at all that construction. Into the peephole we go to see all of the construction up here from Nemesis. And yeah, they've got this huge piece of machinery just here outside the main entrance. I am not a construction person. I don't know what this piece of machinery is. So if you do know, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what that has to do with the Nemesis project. But if I sort of put my camera through here, you may just be able to make out the track just there. There we go. That's the new track that's been installed. And it's not just track. From up on the Nemesis observation platform as well, you can also see plenty of supports that have been put up recently. And that's going to be, you know, help new track going even quicker. And yeah, you can see that piece of track there just before the final inversion of the ride. And yeah, it looks amazing. Doesn't the red vein design just look great with the main Nemesis monster? Looks really nice. And also those supports just there, those two supports went in quite a while ago now, so it's nice to see that those supports have finally got some track on. And yeah, not really many major update here from the front entrance, but yeah, interesting to know what that machine is. Is it some sort of generator? It's on wheels, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, no major updates to the front entrance of Nemesis, still all the same. That'll probably be something that they'll do towards the end of the project, because of course they'll get all the infrastructure and all the track and supports in first before they do the aesthetic things and the theming. But yeah, that track just looks amazing. You can also see two different cranes that they have up there. That one's been retracted up there, so I'm not too sure. I think the main crane that's putting all this track in is the huge Steve Foster crane towering just there over all the trees. That's the main one that's been installed in all this track. But we'll head round the corner now and see if we can see any more of the track pieces. The second peephole, and yeah, not really too much to see on this one. Oh, actually, I say that, you can actually get a really good view, an even clearer shot than before, of that new piece of Nemesis track. Doesn't that look great? Yeah, wow. I can't wait for this track to be installed. As I said earlier, I reckon it's about 30% installed. And yeah, you can see that piece of steel down there. That's what just protects the track when it's laid out on the car park from getting all scratched from the gravel on the car park. And yeah, there's another footer for the ride just there as well. Crazy to see how deep they go. We checked those out and explored them a little bit in detail in my previous update. But yeah, that track looks awesome, doesn't it? Wow, zooming in there. Next to the station as well. I can't wait to ride this in 2024. It's going to be great. Sandfield track, so you won't get as much of a roar. You'll still get a roar, but not as much as the original Nemesis. But yeah, the track and supports just look great. All the black colour scheme looks fabulous. Third peephole incoming. Here we go. Oh, looks like we got a cherry picker just there. A cherry picker. And you can also see that piece of fake track that used to be attached to the station lying there in rest. I've got a few comments about that recently. Apparently that's been taken off for easier crane access, which would make sense, to be fair. We pan over here, we can see all of the exit ramp also removed, not replaced just as of yet. But yeah, loads of scaffolding there on the station. I think that once again shows the amount of work that's going to be taking place to the Nemesis station. Look at all that scaffolding there, probably to get up to that tentacle just there. Maybe they're going to take that down or renovate it in the near future. But yeah, very exciting to see what happens to this station. Nothing disclosed as of yet. I think they're going to be doing a lot of refurbishment to the monster, especially with the new track. I think it really does need to be done. I sort of like the ivy growing up the station though. It just adds to the Nemesis aesthetic. But yeah, all the scaffolding there, that's all been erected. And yeah, it shows so much work is going to be taking place at this station. All the work that Nemesis deserves. The final peephole to look through, just round here to the side by the Galactica portal. And yeah, this has been installed for quite a few months now. The final turn, one of the first pieces of tracks to be installed on here in Nemesis. And yeah, that's all in place, all the bolts installed. Looks really nice. And more scaffolding has actually been done down there by the supports. Not too sure what that's for. Probably just to do some foundation work by that support, but it looks really nice. This track is going to look so new compared to the likes of Galactica in the next few years. But yeah, can't wait for Nemesis to reopen. It's going to be very exciting. What's the new soundtrack going to sound like? If it is a new soundtrack, what the trains are going to look like. It's all very exciting. The excitement only builds up even more with the amount of teasers and promotion that Alton Towers are doing for the rebirth of Nemesis. But with that said, that's pretty much it for this construction update. So I'll head back to the car park and wrap it all up. So there we go, there's all of the latest Nemesis construction updates. Plenty of work has happened the past few weeks, and it's great to see the progress of this project. Track being installed down there, Forbidden Valley, and actually the Nemesis observation platforms gives you one of the best views that you're going to see of all of that track being installed. Before, you couldn't really see much, but now it gives you a really clear view of all that track being installed, and it looks great. As I said earlier, probably about 30% of being installed, and I think it will be, you know, this project will be taking on a really quick rate over the next few weeks, and as I said, I don't think it will be long until all of Nemesis and all of the track has been installed, ready for the trains to get on the track and it be running by early 2024. With that said though, plenty of track arriving here on the Nemesis and here on the Nemesis car park, the Alton Towers car park. As you can see behind me, loads of flatbeds and loads of track full of Nemesis track ready to be airlifted in the air and put into place here at Alton Towers. But with that said, if you did enjoy the video, do consider subscribing. Plenty more Nemesis updates here on the channel coming in the next few weeks. I'll be following all this progress throughout 2023 and early 2024, ready for the opening in 2024. But with that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Go and check out the latest Nemesis construction update. You've just watched that, the latest Alton Towers vlog that will be up in the next few days here on the channel. But with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.